Hey guys, it's me, and I'm going to try and do a movie review in the time it takes for the kettle to boil, so I can have myself a cup of tea. It's quite late at night. I probably shouldn't be drinking caffeine, but to be honest, I've had a Monday, and usually I don't have Mondays in the context of, Monday to Friday type thing, because usually I have odd days off in the middle of the week, but I've actually got a weekend off this weekend. I have no plans because I didn't realise that I'd get the weekend off until yesterday. But yes, today was a Monday in all the worst possible ways. So I want to do something fun, and I want to do it in the time it takes for the kettle to boil. So I'm going to do a movie review because I haven't done one of those in ages, and it's one of the things that I started doing on this channel. So what I'm going to be talking about today is a movie that I watched last night with my sister for not the first time. I've watched it probably about maybe 5 or 6 times with her. It's one of our kind of go-to, like, we can't be bothered to watch a good movies. And that movie is called Blood and Chocolate. It is a young teen romance werewolf story, but this is the reason. I'm going to talk about the reasons why I like it. For one thing, for the first time, after watching this particular movie, we read the plot synopsis for the original book. And the original book plot synopsis sounds gosh darn awful. Even as a teenager, I probably would have been mildly appalled by it. No offense to the writer, it just works with the cliches of the genre. It's, a young 16-year-old who wants to just be herself and be the werewolf that she wants to be, and then there's the young boy that she's in love with, and the pack leader who's dark and handsome, and she's 16 and he's 24, and that's not at all creepy. But this film is, they age up the characters, which I think is a good choice. The heroine is 19. They build a really, really, really good relationship with the male protagonist of this particular series. They add a lot of complex age-based intrigue. From what I can tell from reading the plot synopsis on the Wikipedia page for the original book series, the logic of the family interconnectedness doesn't quite make as much compelling sense as the family that they've created in this film. It's a very complex family, but it makes logical sense. And it does lead to some really, really compelling moments, particularly between Astrid and I can't remember the name of the alpha male character. Aunt Astrid and him have this really beautiful emotional moment where you're like, whoa, I get where their relationship comes from. There's a lot of really creepy effects. There's a lot of just good character choices. There's things like the fact that the romantic couple have a montage of romantic things, but it's all fun romancy things, not the staring lovingly into each other's eyes and wondering if we're going to be together forever. It's nothing like that. It's just, having fun together. And that montage, considering there's a line in there which says, what's it been a couple of weeks, that montage, as far as I can tell, probably lasts a couple of weeks, so you actually get to build a relationship between the lead female and male. So it actually has a really good story-driven plot. When it comes to the aesthetics of the film, I really like the wolf training is phenomenally done. The way that the wolves act, the dogs fight each other, particularly in the scene by the river, really well done. I was the training is so well done. The animation, on and off. I like the kind of visceral nature of how it's becoming a spiritual animal entity type thing, but it's not necessarily particularly well done, but I can't see a way to do it better without an extraordinarily good budget in terms of the transformations. And for the most part, it's pretty well done for a relatively low budget film. I like a lot of the cast. The cast is really, really well done. I think the Dr. Whistling seconds away, I've got to talk really fast. I think the cast is really well cast, the script is really well written. I really love that it's set in Budapest, which I discovered the original book was set in America. The fact that it's set in Budapest, this particular film, is really, really well done because it means that it can build this sort of cultural heritage. It's a really interesting way of looking at the thing. There's kind of a pace of the city. They can add the parkour elements, which I thought were really fun. And there's a really good rhythmic pace and a really sort of it kind of creates an energy within the city and kind of makes sense in this sort of culture within a culture. I found that really entertaining. I really love the female and the male protagonists, both in the way that they act and the way that they're really powerful in their own unique way and the way their backstory builds into their current story. It's not afraid to go dark, but it also doesn't make you scared enough to really be scared. And I like the lore. The lore makes sense. There's a couple of points where you're like, well, they have anti-silver, but other than that, everything makes pretty much sense. I do like the kind of pack mentality and all the rules of the universe. I think it's very well directed, I think it's very fun, and there's more things I like about it than I don't like about it. I've seen it several times with my sister, and the kettle is steaming. So, thank you for watching. Have you seen Blood and Chocolate? I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, if you didn't, feel free to put the comments down below, regardless of whether or not you enjoyed it or you didn't, and the kettle's whistling. Okay, Thank you for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye!